I'm standing in the shop with Lindsay Scott, who, Lindsay, I consider you to be an artist. I really do. You make some beautiful stuff out of copper, and now with gourds and stuff that you build for things. And so we want to just go over some of the steps and talk about your craft and how it evolves into such beautiful pieces of art. So first of all, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for about 12 years. I've been building things my lifetime and taught shop for 33 years.
Bless your heart.
And so I've always enjoyed making things, and some things I did for money and some things I did for fun, and so this kind of just evolved into a business.
And what was the impetus for copper? What made you want to work with that?
I saw this great big copper sunflower on the back of someone's truck, and I thought, I want to make that. And so
and that was it?
That was it.
And then before we talk about some specific things you do, you live in a beautiful space out here in the country. Is that where you get a lot of your inspiration?
A lot of my ideas come from the foliage.
Yeah.
A lot of the leaves and...
Well, now I also see gourds. So before we start the cutting of the copper, you've added gourds into part of them. Why is that? What do you do with them?
I make bird houses and bird feeders from the gourds. I get these gourds from Southern California because they're nice and thick.
Yeah.
And I cut them and gut the inside and treat them so that they won't rot. And then I stain them, like you see here, and I run a piece of copper wire through the gourd and add vines to it. And then I've put in some plastic anchors so that I can attach a roof that will be removable so it can be cleaned.
Because you would have to do that.
Right. And so I make them, to house chickadees and nuthatch, downy woodpecker, wrens.
And what a classy home. I mean, that's a pretty fancy bird nest, I'll tell you. So I would think that when you're thinking, metal seems to be, more rigid than, of course, cloth. So what do you do about it? When you get a design and you put it onto the copper, what would be the steps that follow up to that?
There are a number of different steps. Some pieces, small pieces like these leaves, I cut with a tool called a Beverly shear. It's a hand-operated tool. And other pieces, like something like this oak leaf, I cut with a plasma cutter because it has a lot of little intricate curves and difficult to cut by hand.
And so are you going to show us how you do that plasma cutting?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to step away while you do that, all right?
Yeah.
Now, Lindsay, we saw you cutting it out. Then you took it over to a machine and did this to it. What is the machine?
That machine is called a plenishing hammer. It's basically an air-powered hammer. And you just run the piece through the hammer and it beats it, and you turn it and bend it as it goes so that it creates a nice shape.
It just makes it look more like a leaf then?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And then what is this piece that you're working on here?
This is a piece that's in the works. It's the patina that I've started on this isn't complete, but it's just a garden hook to hang a potted plant or a wind chime or something like that. And so I'd use a leaf like that to create this.
And what really, I think what amazes me the most, knowing your work now for several years, is, this might have taken a little bit of time to do, but you have to make so many of these to do one piece. So why don't we run out to the yard and look at some of the finished pieces now.
All right, great.
Now, Lindsay, we are out in your yard with some of the finished products, and we hear the dogs barking. Your dogs, obviously, they're thrilled that we're here and promoting the stuff for you. But I have to say that from the first time I've seen this stuff, I have just been mesmerized by it. I think it's artistic and functional and beautiful, like the shower. That is so cool.
Thank you.
And so tell me about, like, what are some of your favorites and why? And tell me the spirit of you that went into making them.
Well, I don't know if I have any particular favorites, but You know, I like the reaction that I get from people, and this being an outdoor shower, most people look at it and think it's just a big sunflower.
Yeah.
But it's functional. It has
is.
an inline valve to turn it on and off. It's a cold shower, but people like it for, you know, their hot tubs or beach houses.
Yep.
Things like
well, and
that.
I think too, one of the things I bought was a mister sprinkler. I love that because it's a sprinkler, but then in the summertime it has a mister on it.
Sure.
And the whole time it's beautiful. It's just exquisite.
Oh, thank you.
Now, if people are interested in buying some of your stuff, you have a website that they can go to,
I do,
right?
yes.
And you don't really have a store, but you do shows a lot.
I do a lot of shows, so that all my shows are posted on the website.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you've seen this stuff and you want some for your own garden, you can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to her website, and you can find out where this delightful soul is and pick some of this stuff up for yourself. Thank you so much, Lindsay.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.